Is that Matt?
Oh my god, yes.
You are this week's winner of the Ford Fiesta ST.
This is Cotswold Competitions. So this is Cotswold Competitions, and we're making this video to tell you our story of how we've gotten here. And the story begins with
me,
with you,
me.
with him, in I believe it was what, 2019?
2018, 19?
19, I think.
Something
it
like
was,
that.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah. Just COVID, yeah.
COVID era, yeah.
The good old times. Right, so let's talk through it. We're not going to mention the companies, but if you guys want to find out, it's pretty easy to find out what he won, where he won. But anyway, going back, what, you're at university?
Yeah, back in 2019 in university, I think, and I suddenly received a call mid-lecture.
Phone rings. Bring.
Go outside, and what do you know? I won myself a Fiesta ST. What an absolute
Pocket rocket, as they described it, wasn't it?
It was good.
It was them when you saw the phone ring?
To be honest, when they first called me, I mean, I was kind of shocked because that's the first one I've won, obviously. I didn't believe they were real before that moment in time. And then suddenly when you win it, you're like, wow, it's actually real.
Crazy.
Like, you don't believe it at first, but...
See, so I remember, because I didn't, back then we weren't really talking too much. We've known each other from school many years, and then back in 2019 we kind of lost contact, and we knew each other through mutual friends, but that was it. Anyway, I remember I was in my brother's pet shop, and I remember Ben, our mutual friend, messages me and says that you won a car, and I thought, there's no way that's true, no way. And then he sent me a story of you. So for anyone who's going to check this, so you won the car, but you didn't take the car, did you, Matt?
No, took the cash, got myself a beast little TT.
Back there you can see
right there.
Starting point.
That was the starting point. Didn't know we'd get to this point, but here we are.
Crazy. And then I remember I saw the videos and I sent it to my brother. I couldn't believe it. I don't think you ever believe this stuff happens till it happens to someone that you know.
Yeah. And
only then it kind of becomes real. But anyway, right, the second car, fast forward, 2023, late 2023. Where were you?
Sat in my room. Pretty sure I was doing some photography work, you know, the usual property stuff. And that's when suddenly won an Audi S3, which is
bang. I remember, because I was at work, and it was a busy night, a Saturday night, wasn't it? It was a Saturday, because we were supposed to do something on that Sunday. God, I remember you just rang me, and I just saw that look on your face, that grin. That you can see in the video. It was crazy. You couldn't believe it, could you?
No, that was quite something, honestly. I didn't think I'd win twice.
No, I mean, the odds to win twice are, you know, I mean,
absolutely insane.
They do say you got to play to win, in it to win it.
This is the main prize on this competition. It's literally the main prize. And it's got quad exhaust as well. Oh my days.
So yeah, Matt wins the S3. I remember it was crazy. We went to pick it up 2-3 days later, I remember, drove down. And for anyone who wants to know, going back to when you won the TT, I remember that was such a blessing for you, because you had the Fiesta before.
Yeah.
And I remember you were the only one out of the group who hadn't changed cars. You were the last one to actually get an upgrade, because I remember I, at that point, had my M135i. Can't remember what Max had, but yeah, I think he had the Golf, didn't he? He had the Golf? Everyone just had like different cars, and
nice
you
cars.
were the only one that had the
stuck
Fiesta.
with the shitty Fiesta.
And then you won, and then you won, and then you won the S3 after, which is crazier. It was. I think it was 4 years on, almost like 2 days difference. It would have been 4 years since you won TB when you won the S3.
4 years, couple of days difference, maybe.
Absolutely crazy.
But both in November. November seems to be a lucky month.
I mean, I just remember you rang me, and it was like, it's just, I couldn't believe it. I really, your excitement was just through the roof, like you see on the video. And you just, you like check if it's real, don't you? You check 3 times whether your name's under that number, because you just don't feel like it's true.
It was quite the shock, especially in S3. It was like, oh, I had my little sporty car, you know, and then I got my little family car. I was like, oh, I'm decking out everything right now.
Life is good. And then we fast forward a few months, and we're at the gym, at my brother's gym. And I remember we're filming something, and everything's going wrong for us.
Gym video. It was going
the gym
awfully
video.
wrong.
It was the
Probably
battery
the worst film gym video ever.
couldn't get it to stick.
Maybe we'll put some clips of it in here.
Explain what has happened.
Don't buy cheap lights.
The time is this time, and knitting is freaking massive. And we sit down at the end, and there is a clip of it where we sit down and we just don't know what to do, completely lost, annoyed, and you know, sort of trying to figure it out. And I remember to this day you laughing and saying, oh, you should play for this competition, you really should. And I remember thinking, yeah, and you listen, blah blah blah, 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 blah. And then I go home, you go home, and what happens? What happened with you? You got home. This is late. This is, bear in mind, midnight.
Nearly like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I sit down and put a couple of tickets on a website, and that's when everything changed, like big time.
Bang.
That's when we realised we could probably do something like this.
I remember I just got out the shower and I see Matt ringing, and it was a group chat call with your girlfriend, I remember, and you. And I answer, and I see him again with this grin, but even bigger than the one before, to be honest. And I mean, Matt, let's be honest, what car did I talk for so many months that I wanted to get next?
Porsche.
A Porsche 911. And I just remember, I answered that phone, and you're like, you're going to hate me. That was your words. You're going to hate me. I was like, what have you won? Because at this point, I do believe you won something, you know. And then you showed me the screen. I remember you shared the screen, and I just saw that top prize.
The look
Porsche
on your
911.
face was absolutely sick.
I mean, I sang. I was disgusted. I was excited for him, but I was disgusted. It was just crazy.
It was insane.
And I really don't think many people believe us.
No, I don't think people do either.
You tell people you've won one car, and it's like, yeah, sure. But then 3 is a different level.
It's
whole different level.
It's going down that route. Everyone starts to think you're a drug dealer. Like, literally.
Oh, it's crazy. And then what? A few days later. Well, that was about 4 or 5 days later. It arrived.
Yeah.
Got dropped off. Again, anyone who wants to check this, all this stuff is online. You can find his name. You can find where he won. We don't want to mention anyone because we don't want to get sued. But it's there. It's public knowledge.
Yep.
And here we are.
My name. That's all you need to do.
And here we are with all these cars, and we've decided to do the same. And I think the main reason to do the same is that joy of winning.
Yeah,
is different.
It's honestly something that you will not be able to get anywhere else. The joy of winning is something you do not experience.
And that's the thing. I think even though I haven't won any cars, seeing you win them is crazy. It's a nice experience. And I think to be able to get a car that, you know, for some work a lifetime, some dream and never achieve, for the price of $1.99 or 99p or whatever you pay, is just crazy. But it's true, and you can do it.
It's definitely worth a shot. You got to be in it to win it. That's honestly what I got to say. All you got to do is buy a ticket, and you could change your life within seconds.
All it takes.
And it's so hard to describe that feeling until it happens. And it happening 3 times to me, I don't even know how to react anymore. It's like, what's going on? Why am I so different to everyone else? I don't know.
Surreal.
It you know, it's crazy.
And here we are. One of these cars you'll see on the website soon. That'll be our first one, and the second one is hiding under those covers. This is Cotswold Competitions. We'll see you soon. Wow!
Well, that was the cringiest thing I've ever done.
You did well.
No, I didn't, Jan.
You did.